You wake up on a calm, sunny morning. The birds are chirping just outside your bedroom window, and there's that golden warmth from the rising sun dancing across the floor. You stretch your legs, swing your feet over the side of the bed, and step onto the soft rug beneath you, just like you've done for years. But today, something feels different. You take one step, and then, suddenly, you stumble. Your balance slips, your heart jumps. Maybe you catch yourself on the nightstand, maybe you don't. Either way, your mind is racing. What just happened? Did I miss a step? Am I just tired? If you've ever had a moment like that, you're not alone. In fact, you're in the company of millions of women over 60 who quietly battle an invisible threat that doesn't knock, but sneaks into our lives gradually, like fog rolling in on a quiet lake. It's not arthritis, it's not blood pressure, it's something far more subtle but deeply dangerous: the loss of balance. Hi, I'm Dr. Elaine Matthews, and welcome to Calm Voice Wellness, the channel where we explore aging with strength, dignity, and a steady heart. Today, I want to talk to you woman to woman, because this issue isn't just medical, it's personal. Doctors have been sounding the alarm. Nearly every older woman, yes, 99%, experiences some form of balance difficulty by the time she reaches her 60s or 70s. And the scariest part? Most of the time, it has nothing to do with disease and everything to do with small daily habits we barely notice. The good news? We can change them, starting today. So, let me walk you through 6 incredibly common mistakes, little things you may be doing right now that silently chip away at your stability. The 6th one shocked even me, and I've been in medicine for over 30 years. Stick with me to the end, because it just might save you from a dangerous fall. Let's begin with the foundation. Literally, mistake number 1, wearing the wrong shoes. You might think your favorite pair of slip-ons are harmless. After all, they're cozy. They've been with you through errands, family dinners, and long chats on the porch. But here's what I want you to consider. Your feet aren't the same feet you had at 40. As we age, the structure of our feet begins to change. Arches drop, fat pads thin, the tendons that once bounced back with every step now need more support. What once felt like just right can quickly become barely holding on. I'll never forget a patient named Linda. She was 74, sharp as a tack, and always wore these little ballet flats. Adorable, but totally flat and smooth-soled. One day, she caught her toe on a raised floorboard and landed hard on her wrist. The X-ray showed a clean fracture. What shocked her more was what I told her afterward. "Linda, your shoes were the first domino." She thought I was joking. I wasn't. Supportive shoes are not a fashion sin. They are a life choice. You want firm soles, good arch support, anti-slip grips, and yes, ankle stability. Think of your shoes as your body's shock absorbers. When they fail, your entire frame pays the price. Nowadays, shoe companies have caught up. You don't have to settle for orthopedic chic. There are sleek, stylish, memory foam, non-slip wonders that can change how you walk. Literally. The moment you put them on, you'll feel it. The ground feels firmer. Your posture lifts. Your stride becomes confident again. Please, don't wait for the fall. Swap those cute but dangerous slippers for something that protects the entire temple that is your body. One small change. One giant step for independence. Mistake number 2, skipping strength training. I get it. When people hear strength training, they imagine gym bros, protein shakes, or yoga pants that cost more than your weekly groceries. But I want to tell you a secret that could save your bones, your independence, and your joy of movement. Strength isn't just for the young, it's for the wise. After the age of 50, women can lose up to 1 to 2% of their muscle mass each year if they don't actively work to maintain it. That doesn't sound like much, until one day you struggle to get out of a low chair or hesitate before stepping up a curb. You reach for a railing not because you want to, but because your body needs to. This slow erosion is called sarcopenia, and it's the quiet thief of your strength and balance. But guess what? You can reverse it. You don't need a gym. You don't even need fancy equipment. You need your body, a few light hand weights or resistance bands, and 10 to 15 minutes, 3 times a week. Let me paint a picture for you. You're sitting on your couch watching your favorite show. During commercial breaks, you do a few wall push-ups, maybe a set of seated squats. You hold a water bottle in each hand and raise your arms overhead like you're greeting the sunrise. It doesn't have to be intense. It just has to be consistent. I've seen women in their 80s go from needing help out of bed to leading walking groups in the park, all because they added a few minutes of intentional movement to their lives. The goal here isn't to build biceps. It's to empower your body to catch you before a fall happens. Because let's be clear, most falls don't occur because someone trips. They happen because the muscles fail to correct that trip. You want strong legs to step, strong arms to brace, a strong core to hold everything steady. That, my friend, is true strength. And when you feel strong inside, something else happens. You begin to carry yourself differently. Your shoulders lift, your gaze levels, your mindset shifts. Strength becomes more than muscle. It becomes a way of walking through life. Mistake number 3, overlooking vision changes. Now, here's a mistake I never saw coming. Pun fully intended. We all know our eyesight changes with age. Reading menus becomes a challenge. We hold books a little farther, or we squint at our phones more often. But what most people don't realize, what I didn't realize for years, is just how deeply vision is connected to balance. Think of your eyes as your internal GPS. They constantly gather spatial information about the world around you, where the floor ends, where a step begins, how far away the coffee table really is. When that GPS starts to fail, even by just a few degrees or a fraction of a second, it can throw everything off. Let me tell you about something that happened to me. It was about 2 a.m., one of those nights where sleep just didn't want to stay. I got up quietly, not wanting to disturb my husband, and tiptoed toward the bathroom without turning on the light. I'd done this walk 100 times. I knew where the rug started, where the hallway turned. But that night, my eyes didn't adjust in time. I missed the edge of the rug, caught my toe, and went straight down onto my knee. I laid there for a moment stunned, not from pain, but from confusion. How could something so familiar go so wrong? The next day, I made an eye appointment. Turns out, my prescription had changed significantly. I hadn't updated my glasses in nearly 4 years. My lenses were scratched, the coating was worn, and they were no longer helping me. If anything, they were making things worse. I got a new pair with anti-glare coating and a light amber tint to help with indoor contrast. The difference? Immediate. Suddenly, the world had edges again. Shadows were visible. Steps looked like steps, not optical illusions. If you've been putting off an eye exam, please don't. And while you're at it, take a walk through your home. Are the hallways well lit? Are your staircases clearly marked? Do shadows play tricks on your vision as the sun sets? A little more light can make a big difference. So can fresh lenses. So can acknowledging that our eyes, like the rest of us, need love, attention, and regular care. Mistake number 4, ignoring medication side effects. This one hits close to home. And honestly, I wish more people talked about it. We trust our doctors. We take our medications diligently, often without question. And for the most part, that's a good thing. But what we forget is that our bodies change, and how we react to medications changes too. I remember a patient of mine, Carol. She'd recently started a new blood pressure medication. Nothing fancy, just something mild to help with lightheadedness she'd been feeling occasionally. But within 2 weeks, she noticed something odd. She'd stand up from the couch and feel the room tilt ever so slightly. Walking to the fridge felt like moving through molasses. There was no pain, just a weird, off-kilter sensation, like she wasn't fully in her body. At first, she brushed it off. Maybe I'm tired. Maybe I need more water. All the usual excuses we tell ourselves. Then one evening, she got up too quickly and the world spun. She reached for the coffee table and missed. She didn't fall, but the near miss rattled her to her core. When she came in to see me, the first thing I asked was, Have you started any new medications recently? Sure enough, the blood pressure pill, something as tiny as a baby aspirin, was the culprit. It listed dizziness and balance disruption as potential side effects. Carol hadn't read the fine print. Most of us don't. We adjusted the dosage. Within days, her symptoms faded. Her balance returned. And perhaps most importantly, her confidence returned. Here's what I want every listener to take from this. Your medications should help you feel better, not worse. If something feels off, it probably is. And don't stop at prescription meds. Over-the-counter drugs, herbal supplements, even something as natural as melatonin or turmeric can interact with your system in surprising ways, especially when combined with other medications. A few simple tips. Ni sun di ni. Keep a written list of everything you take. Prescription, over-the-counter, herbal, even vitamins. Bring that list to every doctor's appointment. Be honest about how you're feeling, even if it feels silly or unrelated. If you experience dizziness, confusion, fatigue, or any sensation of not quite right, speak up. You're not being dramatic. You're being smart. Remember, you are your own best advocate. You know your body. You live in it every day. Don't let anyone dismiss your intuition. Medications are powerful tools, but like any tool, they must be used carefully and adjusted when needed. Sometimes the smallest tweak, a lower dose, a different timing, or an alternative drug, can completely transform how you feel and move through the world. Mistake No. 5, grabbing furniture. Instead of using proper support. Now, let me ask you something a little personal. Have you ever reached out and steadied yourself on the kitchen counter or leaned on the back of a chair while walking through the living room? Maybe you've caught yourself grabbing the edge of a table, not because you needed to, but just in case? If so, you're not alone. For years, I told myself that I didn't need a cane. I was still young enough, strong enough, independent enough. And I wasn't ready to give up the feeling that I could move freely through my home without any assistance. I thought grabbing onto furniture was just a clever way of staying balanced. I even called it wall walking, like some sort of ninja technique. But let me tell you what that really was. Denial. One afternoon, I was carrying a laundry basket from the kitchen to the living room. My hands were full, so I didn't have anything to steady myself. I wasn't even thinking about balance, just folding towels. Then, out of nowhere, I tripped. Not over a toy, not over a rug, just my own feet. There was no table nearby, no wall close enough. I had nothing to grab. By some miracle, I didn't fall, but the jolt of fear in my chest was unforgettable. And in that moment, I realized, relying on furniture isn't a strategy. It's a gamble. Furniture isn't designed to catch you. Door frames, chairs, countertops, these things aren't stable, aren't mobile, and definitely aren't built for emergencies. They're unpredictable lifelines, and the longer we depend on them, the more we resist the tools that are actually designed to support us safely. So, I did something I never thought I would. I bought a cane. Not a dull, clinical, metallic one, but a beautiful cane. Lightweight, with a soft, padded grip, and a floral design that actually made me smile. It didn't make me feel old. It made me feel empowered. Suddenly, I wasn't grabbing at the air anymore. I wasn't bracing myself on cabinet doors or leaning into the back of a couch. I was walking with certainty. Walking like I owned my space, not like I was afraid of it. Let me be clear. Using a cane, or a walker, or any assistive device does not mean you're giving up your independence. It means you're investing in it. You don't lose dignity when you choose to walk safely. You gain freedom. And if anyone makes you feel otherwise, they don't deserve to be in your corner. Choose safety, choose control, choose to walk proud, no matter what it takes. Mistake number 6, neglecting balance exercises. Now, here's the mistake that surprised me the most, and honestly, changed my life in ways I didn't expect. For years, I thought balance was just something you either had or didn't. I assumed that if I kept walking, gardening, and staying active, My body would just keep up. But I was wrong. Balance is not passive, it's not automatic. It's a skill, just like strength or flexibility. And if you don't use it, you lose it. I discovered this the day I joined a wellness class at the local senior center. I thought it would be a fun way to stretch, maybe meet a few people, nothing too intense. The instructor, a graceful woman in her late 70s, began with a few simple moves. "Stand on one foot," she said. "Now switch. Now walk heel to toe across the room. Now shift your weight side to side like you're swaying in the breeze." Easy enough, right? Well, I wobbled. A lot. And I realized my body hadn't practiced these movements in years. I could walk just fine. But if I had to pivot, or stop suddenly, or recover from a stumble, I wasn't ready. That class was my wake-up call. I started adding just 5 to 10 minutes of balance training to my mornings. While brushing my teeth, I'd stand on one leg. While waiting for my coffee to brew, I'd practice heel-to-toe walking along the kitchen tiles. I made it fun. I made it part of my routine. And the results were incredible. After just a few weeks, my posture improved. My steps felt firmer. My ankles didn't wobble on uneven ground. I even caught myself doing a little spin in the kitchen one day, dancing to a favorite old song, something I hadn't done in decades. Balance isn't just physical, it's emotional. It's a feeling, a confidence, a reminder that your body still listens when you treat it with care. And here's the best part, it's never too late to improve. Whether you're 60, 75, or 92, your body can still learn, adapt, and strengthen. Neuroplasticity and muscle memory don't vanish with age. They just need encouragement. You don't need a gym. You don't need fancy equipment. You just need space, time, and intention. And if you're not sure where to begin, there are wonderful free videos online. Your local senior center probably offers classes. Even a visit with a physical therapist can give you a personalized plan. Make it a habit, like brushing your teeth or drinking water. Give your body the practice it needs to move with grace and security, because balance isn't something we notice until it's gone. But once it returns, it's like a new beginning. So let's take a breath. We've talked about 6 mistakes, 6 quiet, ordinary habits that can quietly chip away at your safety, your confidence, and your independence. But now that you know them, you can change them. And that, to me, is the most empowering truth of all. Let's recap. 1. Wearing the wrong shoes. Shoes that once fit like a glove may now trip you up. Supportive, non-slip soles are more than comfort. They're your foundation. 2. Skipping strength training. You don't need to lift heavy. Just a few light movements a week can rebuild the muscle you need to move through life with power. 3. Overlooking vision changes. Your eyes are your balance compass. Update your prescriptions, improve your lighting, and see the world and its edges more clearly. 4. Ignoring medication side effects. Pay attention to how your body feels. Even a small pill can knock your balance off center. Speak up. Adjust. Protect your peace. 5. Grabbing furniture instead of using real support. Wall walking isn't clever, it's risky. A cane isn't defeat, it's smart, steady, and strong. 6. Neglecting balance exercises. Balance can be trained. It can return. And when it does, so does your confidence, your rhythm, and yes, even your joy. Now I want to speak directly to your heart. Aging isn't about fading away. It's about learning how to move forward with wisdom, courage, and a deep respect for the body that has carried you this far. I've seen too many women shrink into smaller lives out of fear. Fear of falling, of feeling weak, of being seen as old. But here's the truth. You are not fragile. You are precious. And taking care of yourself isn't selfish. It's sacred. So take the step. Buy the shoes. Pick up the hand weights. Call the eye doctor. Ask about your prescriptions. Practice your balance like your life depends on it, because in some ways it does. But not out of fear, out of love. Love for the life still ahead of you. Love for the people who count on you. Love for every sunrise you still get to greet with steady steps and a steady heart. You deserve to feel strong. You deserve to feel safe. And most of all, you deserve to walk through the world, not with worry, but with wonder. And hey, if this video spoke to you, even just a little, would you do me a small favor? Hit that like button. It helps more women just like you find this message. And if you want more insight, more stories, more real-life tools to help you live well with grace and strength, subscribe to Calm Voice Wellness. This channel was created for women like you, women who are wise, thoughtful, resilient, and ready to walk into their next chapter with open eyes and steady feet. And when you subscribe, you're not just clicking a button, you're joining a community, one that sees you, one that supports you, one that believes in you. Because yes, the world can feel a little shaky sometimes, but you can stay grounded, you can stay strong, you can stay beautifully balanced. So until next time, my friend, take good care of yourself. Because your future self, she's counting on you, and she's already smiling.